Hey friends, happy Friday, the 10th of March, second week of Lent. It's nice to be with you. I'm Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I will give you a reflection on the daily readings. They're linked below. Read the readings prayerfully and then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Fridays during Lent, oftentimes a day of sacrifice and remembrance, recollection of Jesus who died on this day. In a few weeks we'll be at Good Friday, and especially that Friday in particular, we are mindful of that connection to the suffering and death of Jesus Christ. So maybe a day of abstaining from meat, universal law of the church. Some of us also fast on this day or find other ways to do sacrifices. The Knights of Columbus are doing a fish fry this evening over at SCM Parish Center, and we do have Stations of the Cross in English, here at SCM at 6:30, I think. So we'd love to pray the Stations of the Cross with you if you are available. So looking at the readings, we have a couple of longer readings, one from the book of Genesis, the story of Joseph the dreamer, and Jesus towards the end of Matthew's gospel. So in both of these stories, we hear plots to kill the son, the beloved son. In the gospel, it's the heir. In the book of Genesis, it's the child of Abraham's old age. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the third of the patriarchs. Jacob's the son of his old age, Joseph the dreamer. And so you can read the text and just see the enmity, the dislike, the distaste of the family, of the brothers towards their youngest. And it's a reminder, the Bible definitely has lots of family stories, lots of interesting stories. And it speaks to us of the reality of God working in the midst of human sin and the challenges of human relationships. And I just invite you maybe as you read about Joseph and the brothers to just pray God's Holy Spirit into our relationships, the good ones, the challenging ones, the dysfunctional ones, the broken ones, to continue to ask that God would reign over all of it and continue to bring love and unity and peace in the midst of the human story. In Matthew's gospel, we're nearing the end. And at the end of Matthew's gospel, Jesus starts to get very direct towards the religious authority. So this is directed towards the chief priests and the elders, the leadership of the people. So he tells them what's more of an allegory than a parable, a story of the vineyard and how they've been entrusted with the vineyard as leaders, and they are not producing the fruits of God's goodness and God's reign, that their focus is on other things. And so Jesus pronounces words of judgment towards them as leadership and elders, and he speaks of God who uses the stone that's been rejected. So this is a passage from one of the Psalms, that rejected stone becomes absolutely instrumental and key in the midst of it all. As you pray into this, it's a Friday during Lent, right? This is selected out of that sense of this is the heir, let us kill him. And so to reflect on just that violence, that enmity that exists in human hearts, that may exist in our own hearts, that existed directed towards Jesus. Jesus who is rejected, not so much like a stone, but as a human being. Maybe our own experiences of rejection, maybe the times that we have rejected others and then felt badly about it. All of that human drama and story, a chance for us to reflect upon and invite just the light and the grace of the resurrection into the midst of that story. All right. Happy Friday, friends. I hope that it's a prayerful and blessed day amidst all of the reality of a Friday of Lent. Let's be praying for each other and especially praying for folks that are having a hard time. God bless y'all.